All right, traders, it is time to prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to determine whether the SPY is going to have a bull or bear trap heading into this week. With that being said, let's get into the price action analysis. This is going to prepare you to trade the best setups at the best prices. So in terms of the SPY, what I want you to understand is it's been on an overall uptrend since the beginning of the year, as stocks have literally gone up 100% from the 52-week lows. Now, with that being said, we are due for some sort of macro pullback, but in terms of the overall macro trend for the past month, it has been bullish. Every single time SPY breaks above resistance for the past month, it ends up pulling back to that previous resistance and reacting as a support level. For example, this is your resistance right here at 402. It breaks above resistance, and then it turns this previous 400 to 402 resistance into support, and it pushes higher. So Will, what is the new level to keep an eye on in terms of the SPY in this whole previous resistance to react to support theory? Well, you need to keep an eye on this level right here, the 405s to 408s. I want you to think of this as a channel, and for the trend to truly break and for the bears to truly gain control, we would need to see a crack below 405.70. If they can crack below 405.70, SPY is going to fill the gap below. There's a gap to fill below at $400.59, which is going to be one of the best levels for a gap close reversal to dip by the SPY if the macro trend flips and kicks in bearish. So one of my key levels, if the bears do take control heading into this week along with the CPI data, is going to be this $400 level. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye and targeting this $400.59 gap. If the bears do take control and flip the macro monthly trend bearish, we should see a bounce at $400.59. So if that occurs, I'll be looking for a micro bullish trend reversal to scalp SPY calls very, very quickly in and out from $400 to about $402 price target towards this previous support right here. Now, in terms of the bulls and what the bulls need to do is, this is what they need to do. They need to hold in the 405s and to truly remain overall bullish and to really maintain this whole macro bullish thesis that has been reoccurring for the past month. This is what would trigger that. If they can hold 405s, good for them. But what they need to do is they need to break above the closing price of Friday. They need to break above 408.04 and turn that into a support level. As you can see, your previous support right here is towards $408. And if that reacts as a support level, there's big upside potential. In terms of the short term, your upside potential is right here. See how I'm measuring this? 411. And 411 is a previous support level right here that has not been tested. It cracked 411, never tested, and it sold off hard. So in terms of the bulls taking control, they need to break above 408, Friday's closing price, turn it into support. If they can do that and hold that, then instead of going back to 405 and trying to flip overall on bearish, they're going to send this to 411. 411 is going to be make or break from there. We will likely see a small pullback at 411 for a quick scalping opportunity on puts. But if you ever see 411 break out and react as a support level, then the SPY is going to rocket back up to fill this gap that's waiting to fill above. The SPY has multiple gaps that are waiting to fill above. The key one that's waiting to fill above is at $415.19. That would be your best micro price level to buy puts and short the SPY for a trend reversal if it does remain overall macro bullish. Now, if you ever see 415 react to support and react bullish, we should see an initial pullback for a quick scalp on puts at 418.30. But overall, your next best level and ideal level to swing trade puts is going to be right here towards this higher gap to fill above at 422. So what I want you to understand is overall, the bulls will remain in control if they hold 405s and they break above 408s. Previous support is reacting as a resistance level, which is micro bearish, and we are gapping down. But the night is still young, and we must see how the SPY reacts during the pre-market. I will say this, if it does end up gapping down heading into tomorrow's market open, that is a bad sign for the bulls. And if it does gap down, you're going to want to look for puts at $408 towards this previous support level for another nice quick micro drop and attempt to even crack 405s, right? So in terms of CPI data, I don't have much opinion on the news. I wait for it to come out, and then I capitalize off of the bag holders, right? Because when CPI comes out, when FOMC comes out, when some sort of news event comes out, whether you're bullish or bearish, one side is going to be bag holders. And then what I do is I wait for the stock to go back to the initial bag holder entry, and then I capitalize off of that. I don't like holding through or swinging through news. I like waiting for the big move to happen, miss out first, then I take advantage of that. So make sure to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to show you how to master that move once the CPI is released. But with that being said, in terms of what I want you to understand is we're in a zone, and the previous support has now cracked, which is micro bearish, but the overall macro trend is bullish in a sense. So it's make or break. 408, if we break above and turn into support, all the power to the bulls, we're going to 411. If it breaks above 411, reacts to support, initially we should see a small little pullback at that level for a quick scalp on puts. But overall, if it breaks above and reacts to support 411, then we go to 415, best price for puts. Now, in terms of bearish thesis, it needs to maintain under 408. I'm telling you, if this breaks above 408, the bears overall are going to really they're going to get wrecked into this week if it breaks above 408 and reacts to support. But if we maintain below 408, we will see a channel between 408 to 405. And if they do crack 405, we will be on track to fill the gap below. There's a gap to fill below at $400.59. So in terms of your best level for calls, if the bears do take control, $400.59 for the gap close reversal. In terms of your best level for puts, if the bulls remain in macro control, is going to be 415.19 and also 422. Those are my best levels, best setups at the best prices. I'm also going to be targeting 408. 408 is make or break. And what you need to understand about 408 is its previous support. See how 408 is previous support with big upside potential, and there's a gap to fill above here, right? Well, if that reacts as a resistance, instead of having that big upside potential to fill the gap at 415, it's going to have big downside potential to fill the gap at $400.59. So what I'm telling you is 408 is going to be make or break. If it breaks out and reacts as a support, then they're going to try to fill the gap at 415. If it breaks down and reacts as a resistance, then they're going to try to fill the gap below at $400.59. No matter what happens, we should see micro reversals for calls at $400.59 and puts at $415.19. My team as scalpers, we are going to be targeting these levels: $415, $408, and $400. Those are the best setups at the best prices. Any other levels are not the best setups at the best prices. Only other level I'm interested in looking at is going to be this $411 for a quick scalp on puts, and right here $402.50 for a quick scalp on calls. Initial first time, one time only reactions. With that being said, this week is setting up for an amazing trading week. We're going to absolutely crush it. We're going to trade the best setups at the best prices, and as scalpers, we are going to determine if a support or ceiling roof is forming at our key levels. If we see a ceiling forming at our key levels, then we do a quick scalp on puts. If we see support forming at our key levels, then we do a quick scalp on calls. In and out at the money strikes. With that being said, if you want to trade the best setups at the best prices, and you want to surround yourself with a community who is scalping these stocks like snipers, consistently making money within the long run, if you want to surround yourself with unique gap trading strategies, the gap trading system that I've created, along with the educational course of over 100 hours lessons within the video lesson library, along with the live trading streams that we do at Market Open, along with the stock analysis and watch lists that I do in real time, along with the real-time trade alerts and live streams, this is going to be the place for you, and I would encourage you to take action and join the program. I'm telling you, we have people who join this program and they make back multiple cost of what I charge for the program, and it's a one-time fee lifetime access within their first week. We have several testimonials who have done that. One of the top traders within the program has made over $700,000 within the past year. We have 4 traders, Jim C., Dimitri, myself, and Top G, who are consistently making 5 figures. And I would really encourage you to surround yourself with this community of scalpers, because I'm telling you, we are dedicated to trading the best setups, the best prices. We are devoted to mastering the gap trading strategies, and we're consistently making money. And I want to surround you with that network and with that education and with that dedication of a group who is solely focused on one simple gap trading strategy that's consistently making the money. With that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow live at Market Open. If you do want to be a part of Trader Society, it is going to be the first link down below in the description. I will see you guys tomorrow.